Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested and ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for May 10th. Why am I always screwing up on the days? Yeah, it's the 10th, 2022. Also being timeless. Wherever you're catching this in time, this might be really relevant, horribly irrelevant, somewhere on the spectrum, maybe not so much. But it's general collective. Don't force this to fit your life. You can always discard it. If you have questions about booking a private session or seeing what services I provide, go to the provided email address that's in the description, or you can find me on the social platforms at Raising Savak. It's one word, no spaces, no underscores or punctuation or numbers. RAISINGSEVAK. There you go. There's been a ton of spammers out there and I'm not dealing with it rather well, if you can't tell. All right, so this is going to involve a ton of confidence building discipline. I know, probably sick of hearing about it as much as I am saying it, but here we are. I'm lighting incense, so yeah, talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Or breakfast, coffee, lunch, I don't know. Just a moment. Oh, don't go out. There we go. So TikTok is now uploading 10-minute videos. So if you're finding this on the For You page, or if you follow my work or anything like that, and there's only 10 minutes of this, it's extended on the YouTube channel. Go to the link, and I really hope that you do enjoy this. So let's see what's up. You're not ready to start something, that's fine. Okay, so you're ready, but you're not trying to be impulsive about it. You know that there's something really harsh in your life that's been carrying with you for a long time. The 10 of Swords, very painful cycles and endings in your life. Like it's the final sword for some sort of crap that's been going on in your life. This is going to take a long time to heal from, a long time to, well, you've probably already taken a long time trying to move on from this. It's time to cut your losses with somebody. 2 10s right here. And then, is there any more 10s? Not really. So, whole new cycle that's coming into play. I think that this is the only pattern of numbers that I'm really seeing. Oh, no. 1, 2. Okay, anyway, forget the numbers right now. It's absolutely about endings and beginnings and needing to be a teacher of sorts. There is a lesson to be learned in this. I see that this feels like a more personal journey rather than a physical journey for you. And I think that once you cut your losses, once you see this for what it was, you'll see the codependent behavior and there's something that you haven't been open to. There's a cup that is being gifted to you. It feels like it's a cup that is actually kind of curious, like what do you want to put into this? Life is absolutely working in your favor with this. There is growth, there is happiness, and you will see a payoff, but it comes with the self-realization that's going on with you. Again, look at the color schemes that are going on. Confidence, discipline. You've probably been going through this endless cycle of, emotional dead ends, frustration. It's really a challenge to actually want to move on beyond this, because how much worse can it get? Don't ever ask that. You don't need the universe to answer a rhetorical question. I do see that the payoff is going to be very slow and stability building for you, which I think is probably the more security and security-inducing feeling and emotion that's going on. I really feel like there's a level of comfort that's coming into this, that you can actually keep moving on. Yeah, after the hurt comes the reward. The hurt and the challenge of letting go of that and feeling like it's just going to be plain for a while and no real movement for a while. That feeling of being stuck is actually a major motivation for you. I don't think that it's a bad thing. The lesson is, and I told this, oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Stop waiting for this life to come to you and be a co-creator, co-collaborator in this life. It's a lot of hard work. It's been nothing but dedication in getting you here, but it's not where it stops. So you don't get to a certain point on the destination and be like, oh, I guess this is where I'm setting up. No, it may be a landing point, but there's going to be a lot of things that spring from this. Look, 8 is all about materialism, manifestations, and the Pentacles is all about hard work. It's about earth energy, really grounding energy, something that really commands your focus. But again, since it's involving this really grounding energy, I feel really good about this for you. All right. Take your time in etching out your design and how you want to see this change in your life, see the payoff in your life. It's important to be very clear and deliberate with your words. So, my dear, where is this going? What's this? Oh, so we're dealing with a lot of masculine energy. I like this. I can dig this. Look, we're moving the F on is what we're doing. We're moving on from bootfingle relation craps that no longer suit us, and we're moving on to an ascension. So this isn't always about relationships. In fact, I see the dual paths in front where it's relationships and also getting out of just sheer stagnance in your life. I do see that this is moving on. Let's look at this as a whole right now. Okay. I love the King of Swords. This person, they can cut someone down to size. They know their worth. They know how brutal they can be. They can completely detach from their emotional functions and just get the work done. Hit the grind. Look, they take forever in grinding out their weaponry and what they're going to use as tools in their life. This person, they are very clear in what they say, what they do, what their intentions are. There is balance that is needed to gain freedom, but also there is confidence that they wear on their crown. And if you look at the crown, there's also an angel there. So this is divinely guided. It's like you're playing telephone with Source, Spirit, God, whatever you call or worship to. And I see that they are giving you this sense of, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready to fight for this life. I'm ready to fight to make things happen. I'm going to cut away the clouds that are behind me. I'm going to be free. This is absolutely without question involving metamorphosis. There is the lovers that are behind this king, right on their slab, right on their chair. And then there's the 3 butterflies. It only gains into some sort of moonlight figure behind what is the design of the butterfly. So this is really making me think that something that was hidden is going to be coming to light in this sheer determination for you. I'm actually really excited by that. And if we look at this, I know I'm describing the cards. It's not lost on me, and I hope that you're being patient with me. I'm not trying to teach you about cards. I'm teaching why I'm not teaching you. I'm showing you why I feel the way I do about this reading. So we have the moon here, and the face is staring at this person who's walking away. So what was in the shadows and what's being illuminated over here is what's letting this person walk away. So it feels like something that was meant to keep secret is coming to the surface, and there's a blank space for this cup. So you know that they're going to take that cup and fill it up in different lands. They're not going to use this stagnant, stank water that's been around them. They're going to go for something fresher. They're not going to take the time to do this during the grueling day. They're going to do this when most people are resting. So this is somebody who's really picking up the pace in their life, going into the Lover's card and the Death. The major changes that you really sincerely need to make in your life. This is all incredibly grounding for you. We have the Ascension, we have the Death. What kind of an emotional or spiritual or ego death have you been experiencing? Or what has been the new life that you're stepping into that you've had to make these amazing decisions with, these majorly empowering? This is nothing on a small scale. No small scale here. The small scale tossed out. I want to go to the Star Seed. I'm sorry, not Star Seed. Work your light. Sisterhood of the Rose. Awesome. Beauty, devotion, priestess and mystic and teacher. The yes. Dance with life. The moon keeps showing up. The trust your path. So I do see that you are moving forward with information that is being given to you, being gifted, but also I feel like you're not going to have all the information displayed out in front of you. It's going to involve you doing some investigation work on this along your path. So everybody is constantly waiting for the state of perfection, for everything to be put out in front of them. They forget that it's not point A that has all the information that gets you to point B. You have to start recognizing things on the journey to get to that point B destination. So the trust your path is meaning that you're going to be going through this path at dark times as well. Through the night, you're going to be going through it blindly without all your information in front of you. You have more than enough right now. Not all has been revealed to you. This is coming along the path. It's in those little aha moments, and it's in those hurdles, it's in those challenges that you overcome, where it sparks in this new ascension with you to get into alignment to where it is that you are going. Everything is meeting up with the energies, and I feel like you're starting out here and you keep going up level by level, and it's through every hurdle that you level up, and it feels like these little tiny steps. So where the heck am I going with all this? Moon energy, shadow, it's dark. And I said this yesterday, either in a mini read or in the collective read. But I keep thinking of Johnny Cash's song, God's Gonna Cut You Down. What's done in the dark will be brought to the light, and that shouldn't scare you. But people who have been in justice, who have done these major imbalances, who have kept the secret, it's going to be revealed. So it's a major sense of freedom. And for some, it's going to absolutely, without question, piss them off. For some of them, it's a major sense of relief that's coming into play. So what is this? Okay, so this is going to be a hurdle that you have to overcome. It feels like, initially it feels like bad news. This is the beginning stages of a message. This, while it seems like bad news at first, in the long run is nowhere near bad news. It is going to be a momentary pinch, and then there's a major sense of release that's going on with it. The world is in reverse. So as you're setting up to meet your life and you're seeing the payoff, and you have a stepping stone or some sort of hurdle in your life, is this going to be something that you let diminish you, or is this going to be your story of overcoming the challenge? So many things want to keep you in that little box, but it's really important that you see the box for what it is and the attempt that it is in keeping you kind of in a line, breaking beyond it. So this, while I feel like this is an initial upset, it feels like it's leading to emotional balance and finding Two of Cups energy. For those who are on the relationship front, again, as long as it's not toxic, abusive, or illegal, absolutely, whatever, go for it. I see a balance in emotional restoration and romantic and emotional connections. If this is really about just making massive changes in your life, you're going to find your equilibrium after you surrender to whatever these closed doors are. All right, the Ace of Wands, but the Ace of Swords, and what's this other one sticking to it? Slowing down on the energy. I know that you get so excited that you just want to keep running with it. This, the excitement, the passion, the creativeness, I don't want you to get hyper fixated on it. I want you to allow this to be slow and methodical, revealing, and what else? You have to meet challenges in this new path. You have to decide what's worth fighting for, what's worth standing up for, and then these stinking cards just slid out from the deck that's sitting in my lap. It's going to be something that moves your life direction down a different path, This is going to involve victory. I know what I'm seeing with this. I just got a little click of even more clarity in looking at this. So it looks like a slowdown. It looks like a door shutting. Something keeps getting in your way. The truth being revealed into it. You getting over the mishap that has occurred, whether it's romantic or platonic or just a life situation. This is going to lead to a huge sense of freedom, slow starts, very creative, passionate, and taking your sweet time with it, seeing this evolve and grow. So while I'm telling you this, it's like I'm picturing, you know, bacteria growing on a petri dish. Don't let that scare you. It's not. It's just going to grow and tell you exactly what it is. This is going to be something that is growing and connecting to someone else, to something else as well. And I see you getting all of those hurdles out of your way. I see the confidence building in you. I see the passion growing in you for this. I see the channels of change and the physical changes that you are going to be making for this. What's this? So as this is growing, as it's revealing itself even more, I see you picking up the pace, picking up the speed, and really making your voice heard in this and going into, I think, this new route that you've already started full force. So it looks like a slow start down a new path. Opportunities are going to open and present themselves. I see you taking charge and letting these open up to you, not forcing the door open. Every time you force the door open, all it's going to do is slow you down. And as you make your voice heard, as you realize that you have all the control in your hands, the entire world in your hands, and that you can look out further down the road and see exactly what all this is leading to, it's like watching a movie get to its peak point and then just the tower, the aha, the information, the downloads, the insight, the neck-breaking changes. Slow and steady starts to jump on this stinking rabbit's back and they go right for the destination, right for it. Okay, you. Where do I want to go with this now? Yes. So, if you follow all of the advice, what is this leading to? Laws of the universe are at play. Letting go of these small, insignificant, well, it grows to be insignificant. It's not insignificant. It's just looking back, it's going to be much smaller, going towards something that is massive. This is pretty cool. And the elephant is incredible luck. The elephant is sacred. This, I feel like it's leading on into some form of a legacy with you. This is leading on to a legacy. The massive changes and how this is going to be a gift. It's going to be something that keeps on gifting and giving and growing and moving on into the next phase, the next chapter, the next book, the next series, the next generation, all of these things. It feels incredibly confident building. The 11 is, that feels like I'm getting the Libra in this, the balance, the mirror. So what is matching up for you? The unfinished symphony. Okay, you got to let go of this idea that something is going to continuously happen for you. Adding that breakdown, that letdown into this legacy that you are building, it's going to feed into what comes after you and feed into this energy of doom. Something is learning by watching you, and it's actually carrying on your response, it looks like. So this, it's important that you're very clear with what you say. I feel like this is now involving another person around you, taking off your mask and realizing where truth has been held back because it wanted to maintain some sort of an image, some air of authority. And this is what's watching you, and it's absolutely part of your legacy. For some, I know this is going to sound just as woozy as it feels that I'm saying it. It's like your future is watching you, waiting to see what you do to get to it. And if this is a relationship, then somebody's watching you to see how you behave and interact in a relationship. This is loyal hearts. Are you being loyal to yourself, to your authenticity, to your path? What are you being loyal to? And then this, I do feel like it's the balance of masculine and feminine. This may be two bodies. This also may be the fusion of you and being completely balanced, caring and nurturing, holding a boundary and pushing on forward. So here we have something that is coming together, and this is stop making a rush and stop pushing people to show up in the way that you're projecting them to show up. Let them show up and reveal out who they are so that you can make space for authentic and mutual vision sharing connections coming into play. All right. Time to co-create. This is your second chance at life. This is going to be absolutely nurturing your soul. You have to recognize what's not for you and let it go so that you can actually bring in this second chance at your life and living what seems to be the flipping greatest version of your life. All right, my dear, that's been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for May 10th, 2022, again, being timeless. If you have questions about booking a session, if this is in connection to a relationship of yours, if this is in connection to a life path, and you want to find out what exactly is coming up to meet you, or what you need to let go of, or any of the services I provide, please reach out. The description has the email address. You can find me on the social platforms, again, at Raising Savak, @ RAISINGSEVAK. No spaces, underscores, punctuations, or numbers. One word. And I look forward to connecting with you. This seems to be a beautiful and releasing reading. I want to see what happens for you. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. All right, so this is, it's an ending in your life. Absolutely an ending with everything that you've been through. You are, I don't know why you're so disconnected from your either intelligence or your feelings in this. You're disconnected from a sense of self. You're rejecting yourself in this. You are breaking yourself down, and there needs to be a recovery reason as to why this is happening. What I'm seeing in here is, I feel like part of you has been actually running away from yourself. There is a major sense of rejection. It's like you don't want to speak out. You don't want to make a choice. You just kind of go along for the ride, and it's being agreeable. I don't think that this is something that you need to just kind of jump in on. It's time to get quiet and to really look as to why you have put yourself in this act of service so much for so many. It feels drowning for you. And I know that this, for you to start speaking out, I think that you're fine with it initially, but then there pops up this little bit of an insecurity is, oh crap, what if I upset them? What if I hurt them? What if I say or do the wrong thing? What if? What if? I think that there's this grand sense of punishment rather than the actuality of it. Nobody's going to be able to actually hurt you or punish you for speaking out. If that kind of a person is around you, the Chariot is telling you to take an entirely different path. Right the F away from this person. I don't want them around you. Whoever is the projector of this in your life that you carry with you, this slows down everything. This stops you dead in your tracks. It kind of feels like a separation of yourself from yourself. I feel like you are in kind of like in the present moment, looking at yourself in the past and what kind of person you are, or that you needed to be in order to stay safe. All of this is coming to light. All this is being brought to the forefront of your mind. And it's actually, the way I see it is, all of these little blips of insight and the lightning strike, I feel like you're almost learning to contain it in order to illuminate, I think, the shadow of self, to illuminate yourself. All right. Whatever this is, whoever's the binder of the story behind this, I do feel like you'll be able to emotionally pick apart from them and go another way. This voice on which how you break yourself isn't your own, but it's starting to sound a lot like your vocal cords. I want you to separate yourself from that. All right, so I'm seeing the obsession going both ways, and not wanting to kind of be apart from another person. I don't feel like this is toxic or abusive. I feel like it's just completely enthralled with each other. I don't see that this is necessarily the best way to keep going about things. It looks like there is the potential for this to become an issue. I think that it's time for some open and very clear, unbridled communication, because I see that this passion can turn quickly to frustration, even rage, and create problems in the relationship. There needs to be a new funnel for this. I do see that this is a lot that both parties are investing. Again, I see the desire there. I feel like this is a really intense and true connection. I feel like this is what you both want. It's just need to be very open about what your desires are. And also, I feel like the sacral chakra is a little overactive in here. This might lead to hyper emotional sensitivity, hypersexuality, and this can actually even go towards toxicity if it's not handled appropriately. So what are some ways that you can get out this physical aggression for yourself, or this physical urge, this physical need, this physical desire? I want you to look at healthy channels for this and not put it all into one ball, because again, this, if it doesn't have multiple outlets, I'm not saying cheat on your partner at all. Understand that I'm not saying throw this into other people. Throw it into other things that you have passion for, activities. I don't care if it's playing board games, but you gotta put this physical activity to good use, because it's creating a frustration in both parties involved. And it's not just you, it's them who has this obsessiveness too. Both parties need to address this and have a better outlet. This is going to be one step at a time. I think that it's easy for both parties to slip in this, but I see the investment that you guys are doing. I want you guys to be very clear about what your wants and needs are in this. I think that there's going to be a break where you guys just say everything and put it out on the table. Try not to take anything personal, because this is actually going to create a sense of frustration in itself, because there's a lot of passion in it and it doesn't feel like it's directed at any one particular thing, but it absolutely involves each other in this connection. Does any of this make sense? Because it's emotionally rich, it's emotionally powerful, but it also is potentially destructive if not funneled correctly. And it could have the ability to feel like it's coming from a different place. Anyways, let me know how this resonates. I see you guys are opening up to each other. Absolutely a journey of soulmates that are coming into play. Don't let the titles fool you. Don't. There's, everybody gets hooked on this soulmate, twin flame, kindred spirit. I just really want to keep this as deep soul contracts and soul bonds. I don't want you to feel like you are obligated to stick in some sort of romantic partnership or be stuck around somebody because it is this divine contract. It's not always romantic. I need you to understand that. This is absolutely a deep soul contract. That is a long journey ahead for both of you with epic highs and lows. There's the sun at the end of it. We have temperance. It's time released. It's going to take time. So here we have the Three of Pentacles. This is being humbled, learning something from each other. You guys are truly these catalysts of enlightenment and just looking at life in this really raw form together. This is a divine yes, and this person staying around your life, I feel like they are pretty essential. There is this feeling in probably one of the epic lows that are occurring right now, that you are somehow the imposter, you're a liar, you're a deceiver. There's not any of that. And I don't feel like it's a projection coming from them. I feel like this is all some sort of a wound that's coming up. We have the Six of Wands here, feeling like people are criticizing you and scolding you when it seems like you're actually getting pretty high in life. And I see that you are coming out of a time of loneliness. So this is really speaking to your fragility. I see emotional restoration. I see reciprocated adoration. I see peace being overflowing in this. It feels beautiful. It feels like you get to slow down. And also, I don't want you to feel like you're stuck in any of this. You have the absolute divine choice to get as far away from this or as close as you possibly want. But I want you to know, no matter what happens in space and time, this connection will always have this magnetic pull. It'll always have this sense of knowing and feeling this energy that's around you. That's not to feel trapped. It's not to feel like this is that twin flame concept. I really want to throw all that out. This is absolutely a divine connection, but it's not always romantic. But I want you to know this person is in your life to be in it for the long run. And whatever the lesson, well, no, you guys are teachers to each other. You guys are coming back closer together in the connection, overcoming a major hurdle right now, which is really going to open up, I think, for more insightfulness, more problem solving, and just more clearing out any sort of karmic debt. This person, you guys are important to each other, and that's an understatement. Moving on from a major loss in life, I see that it's devastation that you are working really hard to. It feels like you're not ready. It feels like part of you will always be stuck, but I see the change. I see the commitment coming into play, the choice to continue to live your life and also have some sort of a feedback. So it looks like there's disharmony that is going on in your environment. It may be in the issue with you cutting losses or admitting a sense of defeat in your life. So I kind of want to look into why this is happening. It's absolutely dealing with the fifth chakra, speaking out, truth, healing, communication. Somebody's feeling grossly insecure, and we have the Two of Cups energy, so deep soul contracts. Somebody has been a pushy cluster F, and they can't, whoever this is, can't really take it anymore. I see clarity that's coming in, a whole new path that is going to be coming in for this connection. It again, doesn't have to be romantic. This is an incredible soul bond, soul contract, and I get the upsets. We tend to break things apart as we heal. You have to kind of break it apart and see really what it's made out of. I see that you're doing this. I see that the other part is doing this. There's a lot of mirroring of very similar pains and very familiar pains. I feel like it's been attached this entire time. Part of it is coming up to be alleviated, and I do see that this is going to be a new journey for you guys. I see that you're waving this flag. It's dealing with the Sacral Chakra. This is dealing with forms of relationships. Again, not all romantic, but this has a lot of power. It has a sense of innocence, and it has a sense of spiritually guided. Life wants you to be happy, and it wants you to keep looking for the positives in life. And I do feel like you, and learning how to really speak and really carry your voice and really starting to take control of your circumstances and where your life is going to really come to this idea of, all right, there's this way that I can really thrive and be happy. And this is actually going to cause this connection to heal, mend, and become even stronger. Again, Two of Cups energy. Somebody's insecure, somebody's pissed off, and nobody wants to deal with it on this path anymore. So it's time to clear the air. I see you doing it. I see you guys not holding anything. I have all the faith in this. There's a major change that's going on, and it feels like it will be moving on. So congratulations. It's going to be hell, but it is worth it. Okay, this is probably going to be... No, wait, I can upload 10-minute videos now. It's going to be just a 6-minute long video probably, or around that. Anyway, daily guidance from your angels. I have like a dozen cards in front of me. We have child, release and surrender, change in direction, let your past go, go for it, time to go, relationship. Gonna pause on this for a moment. So really, let's look at this. You are at the beginning stages of an entirely new phase of your life. The baby stages, the projects, the innovation, the inventions, the passion, the consideration, the playfulness, all new forms of relationship are new right now. So what I'm seeing is you being fully immersed in this connection in your life. And we have the change in the direction. There is no way that life is going to be going on the same path that you were going on even recently. Okay, as I'm saying this, I'm actually getting a notification. Love it. All right, so letting the past go. You can't step into this future without letting the past direction go. You're completely defecating on today. You're defecating on the motion. You're getting stuck in the past, the ideals, and bringing in as if it is now. Your future is calling you in, but you keep getting stuck in this past moment. And I know that it hurts so badly to let this go. I know that this hurts to have to take this foot out of it and let that go and let it be the history that it was. But I also see that the more that you hang on to the past and you keep trying to step in the future, the more that you are doing damage to yourself. It's something that eventually will rip you apart straight down the middle. It seems like it would be potentially a waste of your time if you try and be in both places at once. So the relationship, I do feel like this is involving not only a relationship with self, this is involving a relationship with those who are going to bring you into your future with you. This is collaboration. And I see that part of you really wants to move in, but there's this really big part that keeps hanging on to this nostalgia of the easier days, the simpler days, the good old days of what was, and those days that are past. You're not going to have those dates back in either whatever the yesteryears were for you. But you can really create some new, beautiful, magical moments that have this beautiful gravity and give your life this beautiful and deep, rich meaning. And I see that this change, it's for actually the growth of not only you, but all of who's involved in this. Life is this continually evolving thing. And some things, they get to their point, and then it's no longer evolving together. They evolve apart, and it brings together these other things, and that's what I see you doing. So here we go. You are the person who decides their circumstances, who manifests this life, who really is this divine creator, and who's, I gotta even read this to you, who's in charge of their own business of life. So the ask is, how can you let this go? How can you step into purpose? How can you learn to be in love with life again and still have it be the same meaning? This is truly a gift to you, and life wants to reward itself to you. We have the conch shell on here. What does that represent for you? The spiraling of life, the newness of life, getting in touch with your emotions, hearing the call of, I don't know, your ancestors or the future. There's so many ways to look at that, but the conch shell, it might have special meaning for you. So look it up, see what this potentially means to you. The life purpose, everything that has happened is part of your contract. It is written. And even though heartache and pain and aggravation is part of our path as a way to differentiate from the good times, you have to see it for the love that it was and what it added to your life. Even in those sorrowful moments, how did that add new layers of depth to your life? How did this let you enjoy the beauty of life? And how does this allow you to really embrace the changes? And how can you let this past go and know that it'll always be part of the memories and the histories of the making of your life? This is something that you can always refer back to. So this, you decide what you're going to make of this life with the rest of your life. You decide and you ask, how can you let this past go? How can you embrace this life and the changes that you need to make so that you can be this ever-present and beautiful and ready person? You're stepping into authentic purpose. Everything that you've encountered in life has been part of a purpose in getting you to a new purpose. What is this journey telling and unfolding for you? You've made it this far. You've lived through everything. And even in the darkest moments, your soul is crying out to say, I still want to live. I still want to be this person. I still want to move on in this life. Your soul, even when you wanted to give up, said, just keep breathing. And now it's, all right, take a breath. All right, look around. All right, see what's going on. All right, let's do this. Life is rewarding you from being able to recognize the past for what it is, what it added into your life, and it's giving you the gentle caress and compassion and loving nature of being able to be like, I love you, it was beautiful, and I need to let it go, and stepping into this beautiful life and purpose. So the reward, it's in store. Follow the path so you can let this go. I really hope that this made sense. Your life is beginning anew, and it's only going to get more beautiful because you deserve this. All right, I hope this made sense. It's all for you.